Pro line of TriCasters now supports PTZ cameras. This type of camera is robotic and controlled remotely. From the TriCasters interface, you can pan, tilt, and zoom these cameras and create preset shots that can easily be recalled. Power up the PTZ camera and connect its video output to the desired input on the TriCaster. I will use input 4. Open the input configuration panel and select the video type coming in. You should see the video output from the camera in your input monitor. OK, now we have a video input, but we need to set up the control over the robotic camera. Open the PTZ tab. Here you see 8 presets for shots to be stored in and a speed control. Below that is the camera selection area. If you have multiple PTZ cameras attached to the system, this is where you will select the PTZ camera you are currently controlling. There's also a follow preview control here. With this turned on, if an input is set up as a PTZ camera and is selected on preview, then that camera is also selected in the camera control area in the PTZ tab. First, you will need to connect the PTZ camera's robotic control to the TriCaster. Depending upon your camera type, this could be a USB connection using a serial to USB adapter, or some PTZ cameras connect through the network. You will need to determine the needs of your camera and attach it appropriately. I'm using a Sony camera and converting its serial output to USB. I have determined which COM port it's using by viewing it in the Device Manager in Windows. Once a PTZ camera is connected, you decide what input you want to use it for. I will use input 4. Open the Input Configuration panel for input 4. Click on the PTZ tab. From here, you can activate this input as a PTZ input. Notice, camera 4 becomes active in the camera selection area. Next, select the camera type. All types of PTZ cameras are not supported, but more are being added all the time. Please consult with your reseller on supported types of PTZ cameras. Panasonic cameras work through the network and need an IP address. My Sony camera comes in through USB and is selected from the COM port. Some cameras support flipping of the camera, say if it's mounted upside down. If your camera supports this, there is a control for it here. Once connected, close the Input Configuration panel. Select the camera you wish to set up shots for in the camera selection area. As you mouse over the shot presets in the PTZ tab, you will see a gear appear in the upper right corner of each preset. Click on the gear to open the shot configuration panel. Now, by left-clicking and dragging on this area, you can pan the camera. Right-click and move the mouse, and you can zoom the camera in and out. You can also use the mouse wheel for this. There are white balance controls, focus, and iris controls as well. Once the shot is set up to your liking, hit the Update Snapshot button to create a preset icon for that shot. Once complete, close the shot configuration panel. This can be done for up to 8 presets per camera. Now you can adjust the camera shot by clicking on these presets. Some high-end cameras give you smooth transitions from one preset to another, and some of the lower-end cameras don't. You can always preview your shots on the multi-viewer before transitioning to them, so the viewers never actually see the camera move. 2 PTZ cameras can make you look like you have a room full of cameras that all have operators.